Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for stopping by. You could have been anywhere else, but you chose to click on this video, and I appreciate you. Thank you. Before we get started, can you please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and leave me a comment. Say hey to your girl. Something. I wanted to do a story time about the time that I had to kick my best friend. No, she wasn't my best friend. I had to kick my friend out of my house. Okay, I'm going to take it back. I'm not going to give no names, and I'm not going to give dates too much, because then if anybody knows me, sees this later or something, they will kind of know who I'm talking about, and that wouldn't be too nice. I mean, it happened. It's the truth. But anyway, we met in high school, and it was a group of us. We all became friends. I'll give y'all a story on how I became friends with this group of girls. Anyway, long story short, we became friends. As time went on, years went on, you know, you get older, things happen in situations. She didn't have the best stable life at that time, but at the same time, she was grown. She was definitely over 21. So she was definitely grown, but throughout the years of knowing her, they moved. I'm not going to say a lot, but they did move often. It was, I don't even know if I want to say who she was living with at the time. This is more hard. This is harder than I thought, because I don't want to give too much information out. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what it was. She was living with her mom and her grandmother. Like I said, it was stable, but it wasn't as stable as, I will say, my upbringing. Grandmother and mother, hearts and soul. Hearts and soul. I love them, because like I said, we met in high school, and then, you know, throughout the years, their mom become your mom, their grandma become your grandma, and vice versa. So anyway, as time went on, as we got into an adulthood, they were in a situation where she needed a place to stay. They had to basically split up. Now this is the time they have to split up. Before, they really didn't have to split up, because she was younger, and it was the mom and grandma that held the place together, if you want to say. They ran into a situation where they had to separate, and she needed a place to stay. Now, mind you, we were friends, but let's just say I was the last person in the group to really be introduced to everybody, because I really met everybody in high school. Well, this group of girls in high school. So they were all friends prior. Now, I don't want the other friends that were in the group weren't too stable either, but you did have some that were. Her best friend, I mean, she had a place to stay. I'm pretty sure she could, yeah, she could have stayed there. She could have definitely stayed there, because it was almost the same situation that I had, but the difference is, at that time, I did have my daughter. And her best friend didn't have no kids. It was just her. So we were both in like the same situation. Okay, in New York, we can have an apartment in a basement. Your basement can literally be a whole apartment. So I had a basement apartment, and her best friend also had a basement apartment where she was staying. The difference is, I had an extra bedroom in mine. But okay. So anyway, long story short, she needed a place to stay. I caught when she asked, and I questioned. I was like, okay, why can't you stay with X and so, or so, or so? And whatever the reason was, basically everybody else said no. So it's not everybody else said no. She said they said no, but I think later on to find out that it wasn't. Well, the friend did say kind of like, I don't have a space, which was crazy to me because I'm like, if y'all are best friends and your best friends need a place to stay and it's just you, bitch, you can sleep at the bottom of my bed. I don't care. Even if you sleep at the top of the bed, I don't care. You got your cover, I got my cover, and that's fine. Because if you think about my situation, how was I going to? And I know somebody probably think, okay, you had another bedroom, which was my daughter's bedroom, and she had a child's bedroom. You know the cribs that ends up turning into a bed. That's what she had. So it wasn't another bed itself in that room. And like I said, it's not a huge area, but it's a basement is almost the size of your, a little smaller than your actual house, I think. But because it was pretty big, but it depends on how. That's a whole nother story. Look, I can't describe, but if you know what I'm saying, when you have a basement, you know how big a basement and how small a basement could be. It was an older house, so the basement was, it was decent. It was 2 bedrooms. I had my personal bathroom. It was a laundry room downstairs. I mean, I had my space. And so did her best friend. Long story short, she came over, she asked me, and I said, okay, fine. But this is what you have to do. You have to be working. Because I was living with my mom. Let me say that. I was living with my mom downstairs in the basement. You have to have a job. And all your personal hygienes, all your personal stuff, you have to get. Like, you can't expect, okay, if the tissue, like I said, it was an apartment. So when I ran out of tissue or I didn't have, I stocked up. So I said, okay, tissue, like things that you share. I'm like, okay, common things that are shared. Like, for instance, your toothpaste, like it's sitting right there. My daughter had one. I had one. If you use toothpaste and the toothpaste is low, just go grab another toothpaste. No big deal, right? You see the tissue low, go get some tissue. We groceries, like not much because my mom was not that kind of mom. Like, she really, if you gave her nothing, she was probably fine with it. But I thought that was a bad thing and bad habit. So that's not, because my mom always felt like, okay, I'm going to take care of things for you because you're the kids. But we was grown, so that's a whole nother story. Anyway, so I said, okay, we give my mom something every month as long as you're here. Like, contribute. I don't know. I didn't give her no amount. I didn't say, oh, you got to contribute 3, 4, nothing. I just said contribute to the house. She's like, oh, okay, that's fine. I'll, you know. And at this time, she was working at a department store. And I kid y'all not. And I said, oh, this is very, very important. I said to her, because she also had another group of friends that wasn't my friends, but I've been around them. I also said to, and you know, she got family. I also said, look, this is a small space. No company. Don't bring nobody into my space, because I'm going to tell you why. Because when you first walk into my apartment, my bedroom was right there. Then you walk down the hall, it's the bathroom, and then you walk through my bedroom, and then off to the side is my daughter's bedroom. So when you walk in, you're walking straight into my space. And it was like a studio with a bedroom on the side, because literally I had like a little area where I set a like a little mini table. I don't really know how to. I mean, I could describe it, but it was a small, because it was a small apartment. It wasn't huge. So I said no company, because this is our space. We don't have anything else. It's not like I'm upstairs with my mom and them, where it's a living room, a dining room, a kitchen, bedrooms, bathroom. I'm not upstairs with that. I'm downstairs in this small space, so no company. I was big on no company because I had a daughter, and I did not want people. I was big on not having people around my daughter. So huge. If she could be around her, because like I said, we grew up together. She was there when I was pregnant. All of that. All my friends, they was all there. So yes, and their family, no problem. But as far as us bringing friends, I don't bring friends. My daughter, Because like I said, I had a daughter. It's hard to explain, but if you if you know, if you have a child, you don't want people around your child. Yeah, people are like, oh, you got to sent upstairs, but you still will be in my bedroom. Like, we are not having a powwow in my bedroom. So I was big on no company. She was like, okay, that's fine. So she was working, I want to say, like 2 weeks in, she ain't have no job no more. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like, so I said, I didn't say nothing right away because I was like, okay, I don't know. Because, you know, sometimes people don't want to talk about it. So, like, a couple days going by, and I'm like, what's up? Why are you not working? Like, now in my head, I'm thinking, like, okay, if you've been home all this time, you running electricity, I mean, you're eating, you just, look, when you're young and you got responsibilities, you learn how to budget. And we're just not going to be just freeballing. So what, I was living with my mama and my daddy at the time. They still had a bill to pay, and I still was contributing, and I still didn't want it to be high because you was down here chilling all day. Like, are we doing this? So she's like, oh yeah, I lost my job. Yeah. Oh, now you tell me that you lost your, and that was exactly what's my response to y'all. I was like, so now you tell me you lost your job? So you've been here, this is what I said, you've been here for over a week. I think it was over a week at this time. And I'm like, and now you just telling me? Because all types of things was going through my head. It was like, okay, why she's not working? But like I said, I didn't say anything at the time. I should have, but I didn't. So she's like, oh, okay, long story short, she ends up losing her job. So I was like, okay, you have to get another job. Like, you just can't sit here all day. Like, everybody in my house works. Like, no. This is not how this is going to work out. So she's like, oh, okay, I'm going to look for a job. I think I'm going to move with my cousin. I was like, okay, which is fine. Time is going by, y'all. Tissue runs out. So I'm like, yo, why are we not getting tissue? Oh, I forgot to go get the tissue. Then she used, like, when I say personal things like body soap, it's my personal stuff. Buy your own body soap. We're grown. Like, we all got jobs. Like, why you can't buy your body soap? She was using my body soap. Y'all. And as time was going on, things was just happening. One day, I don't know what I was doing. I think I was just finishing my laundry, and I was putting away my clothes. And you know how you look in your drawer and you say, why does this look like somebody was moving something? I don't know. To me, when something is not where I know I put it or how I left it, even when I'm in a rush and I will put something somewhere, I will exactly know how I left it. Don't ask me why. It's always something that, I don't know. Anyway, so I'm like, am I bugging? Didn't think nothing of it. So I'm putting my clothes away. And you know how something just keep bothering you? I'm like, so I did another load of laundry. And I remember my mom saying to me that she needed to use the machine. So I had to make sure I finished my laundry. So when I finished and I was putting the rest of my clothes away, I've noticed it was certain underclothes and bras missing. I'm like, and now mind y'all, my apartment is like right here on this side of the wall, and our laundry room was on this side. So from here to into that door right there, where could I have dropped my underclothes? Like, so I'm like, what the fuck? So I know I'm not bugging. So I said to my mom, because we couldn't leave our stuff in the laundry room. When you finish, take your stuff. Don't leave nothing behind. So I'm like, maybe I left something, and you hang up your certain underclothes, you don't dry. So I'm like, maybe I did that. My mom like, no, I didn't see anything. So I'm like, all right. Time was going on. Certain things started missing. So I'm like, so I said something to my mom. I did. I said something to my mom and my sister. I was like, yo, I think I'm bugging. And then I said, I think I'm bugging. I don't know. Is she doing this? Yadi. So I'm telling them. So I'm telling y'all, my mom and my sister was like, no. You probably misplaced it. You know how sometimes things are. She wouldn't do that. because in my head I kept saying I don't think she would do that either. So I think it was just me, but I had to like tell somebody, and it was like I couldn't tell nobody else because I'm like, okay, we are all friends, and if I sit here and say how that's gonna look, so um, time was going on, and I remember me getting frustrated because she would not get a job, and my mom, she was okay with it because my mom was just my mom was just, she was just nice. Like, everybody loves my mom. My mom is like the sweetest person in the world. She wasn't saying anything. She was like, it's okay. I'm like, no, we're grown. If I gotta get a wait, no, it's not okay. But if you needed help also, I would let you. You know how parents are. So I'm like, oh my God. So I'm telling her, like, nah, we gotta get some, you gotta do better. So one night I was in the bed. My daughter was in her room. Now, mind y'all, I gave her rules. It's like 2, 3, I'm gonna say I don't know if it was 2 or 3 in the morning. I can't remember what time it was, but I just remember it being so late. You know, she brought like 5 people to my house in my, okay. When I tell y'all, I told y'all when y'all walk in, you walk into the, straight into my room. So she walks in with like 5 people. If I can remember correct, I think it was like 4 or 5 of them. I'm sleep in my bed. Now you walk right into my room. Like, it was no wall. It was nothing. It was like a studio apartment where everything is in one room. Turn on the light and the TV, and they making noise. You know, she pulled out she got, because I had chairs, because if I had chairs downstairs. So she get the chair, she pulling out, and then she gets this little crate thing that she's having. Y'all, I woke up so confused. I thought I was dreaming. I swear I thought I was dreaming. I was like, this shit is not fucking happening. I said, now mind you, home, in my bed. You got a group of people coming into your room that you don't, first of all, you don't even know who they are because it's dark. And your TV, my TV was on. So I see her, but I'm like, who the fuck? So she, like I said, she turned the light on and they in there chilling. Y'all, I lost my shit for 2 seconds. I said, what the fuck? I said, y'all don't get the fuck out my house right now. They all laughing, thought this shit was funny. Because like I said, I knew them through her. But we weren't cool enough for you to be in my house this time of night. And I'm sleeping. And my daughter's in. I said, I'm going to need y'all to leave. I'm going to need y'all to leave. I'm going to need all y'all to leave now. And he's like, oh, let's go into the store. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, I'm trying not to be frustrated. I'm like, yo, this shit is not happening. Boom, finally leave. Next day come, I go tell my mom and my sister. I'm like, oh, hell to no. So they're like, oh, why she do that? And this and that. Yeah. Ask her, find out what's going on. Did something happen? I'm like, y'all, no, we're not doing this shit. We're not fucking doing this. We're not doing this. And yes, I do have, sometimes I have a mouth on me. Something serious. Like, when I get to that point, I'm there. So I'm like, with all this shit going on, with my underclothes missing. Now, this is underclothes I was wearing, you guys. I didn't even mention that part. This is not new underclothes that she was taking. She was taking stuff that I wore already. Bitch is so fucking... So, I'm telling my mom and them, and I'm like, okay, this is not working. This is not working. This is probably why people didn't want her fucking. This is why her family didn't. And everything started coming to me like, yo, why the fuck nobody took her? Why nobody took? Now, mind you, her best friend, she was like this with her cousin. I ain't even finished the story. So I'm a Scorpio, and I'm a true Scorpio. When I tell y'all I'm done with something, I'm done with something. So my mom and them kept saying, I said, this ain't working. I just kept saying, this is not working out. My mom gets the light bill and stuff, and she's going grocery shopping, and I'm like, so I said to her, time goes on and things started changing. I think she started noticing me getting a little frustrated and stuff, or my mom and sister told. I still don't know to this day. But it was like a shift. It was a weird shift, but it was a shift. So she went and got some stuff, and then everything was going smooth. She was going out. I thought she had a job. So time, like I said, time was going on. So we get ready, like every year, we always go on a family vacation. Always. And I remember saying to her before I left, I said, listen to me. We ain't going on our family vacation. Do not have nobody in here. I am so not playing. We are not going to be here. So my mom was, okay, that she was definitely, she even said it herself, don't have nobody inside my house when I'm not home. Like, we just don't do that because my mom worked from home. So it didn't matter who came during the daytime because my mom worked from home. You guys, go on vacation, having a good damn time. Ain't thinking about nothing, just enjoying my vacation, enjoying my family, doing what we do every year. I don't know if I told her I was coming back the following day, a day later than I was, or that day I was. I don't remember. I can't remember that part. Long story short, here we get home. We finish vacation. We get home. I go into the house. Yeah, you know my mom is upstairs. I'm downstairs. So I go to my apartment. Go inside. I turn the light on. Thank God my daughter wasn't in tow behind me. I turn the light on. She and some dude is in my bed. Yes, she was in the bed with some guy. It was a friend. But when you walk in and you see her in the bed with a guy, you saying, what the fuck? This bitch don't. I instantly yell and go the fuck off. Come out my daughter's room. It's her other friend and another guy. These are all these are her friends. At this point, I didn't even care. I didn't even look at all that. All I seen was a guy and a girl in my bed and a guy and a girl coming out my daughter's room. Y'all, at this point, I was ready to spaz. And you know what this bitch first response was to me? Y'all wouldn't believe what this bitch said to me in my house. This bitch had nerve to ask me, what the fuck? She didn't say, she said, what are you doing here? What? Hold on. Y'all, I went from 0 to about, I want to say 1,000. I was done. When I say y'all, I was so fucking done. And I'm about to spaz. Here come my mom and my daughter. I said, shit. And one thing I'm not going to let my daughter see is me go or my mom for that most part, like go way beyond, because I was on a ledge like this with one toe and about to fall over, and then I heard them and I came back. So, yeah, type of about to spaz the fuck out on this bitch. So, my mom was like, what's going on? And my mom face expression even was, she's like, oh, and my mom went back upstairs. I said, oh, no, come on. She took my door and went back upstairs. Really? I was like, get out. I said, get all your stuff and get the fuck out my house. Yo, I was so mad. And it was taking everything in me, because at the end of the day, I kept looking at her. I was so mad, but I kept saying, she's my friend. She's my friend. I was so mad, but I kept saying, she's my friend. She's my friend. Like, I didn't want to blur that area just yet, because I wasn't sure on, could we be friends? Because you certain things you, like, certain things you don't want to risk because you're not sure at the time. So you have to, let me think about it. Let me just get out. I'm going to need you to get out my house, and I'm going to need you to get all your stuff. And I'm going to need you to take it with you. I'm going to need your friends to get out of my house. I'm going to need all y'all to just leave. And when I say leave now, I promise you, I mean leave now. Y'all, it was taking everything in me to be so nice because I kept saying, okay, she's my friend. My mom and my daughter's here. I'm about to go to jail. Oh my God, I'm going to go to jail. I don't want to go to jail, y'all. I don't. Jail ain't, I'm not built for that. So now she getting her stuff and she's getting out. And I'm like, go. So she's outside now and she wants to talk to me. And I'm like, no, we have nothing to talk about. I need you to leave. I just kept saying that to her, and she wanted to talk. I'm like, what are we talking? To me, there's no excuse and there's nothing to talk about because I told you I didn't want nobody in my house. My mom said she didn't want nobody in her house, and you did the total opposite. We took you in when nobody wanted you. When I tell y'all, not a family member, not a friend besides me. But if I look back at the situation too, all of them was in a fucked up situation. I don't even mean it like that, but all of them was in a fucked up situation. They didn't have, but they had a place to stay. They had a place to stay. They was warm and they was cooling whenever, I guess, whatever. They had a place because it was summertime, so they was cooling. They was, in fact, they was cooling. Well, if they wasn't cooling shit, they was in the house. They had somewhere to stay. Because it was hot in some of their houses. But that's not the point. But none of them took you in. I should have known that was red flags. Like, why the fuck? Because this is not the first time they've been displaced. So I should have known. But like I said, she was my friend. And from everything that I seen, and with her grandma, her cousins, they was trife, but her grandma and her mom was the bomb. Like, so I thought she would be the bomb. Like, she never gave me that. Even with her family, like, she was like them. Like, I never got that vibe. Like, because I definitely would have been like, oh, hell to the no. Like, no, I don't even care. My mom probably would have told me not to do that, but me, I would have said no. But I had no, if I had a vision, I would have thought she would have been just like her mom and her grandma. Kid you not. Sweet as pie. Love them to death. I mean, the hearts of gold. Like, so you think that's how your friend's going to be, right? This is the people who raised her. So you think she was going to be like that? No. I just went on a rant, right? It's just, thinking about the story just pisses me off because I'm like, how the fuck do you really do that? Like, you got to have some balls to be in somebody's shit. So after the whole situation gets to the head when we outside and I'm telling her to leave. And she's like, I don't have anywhere to go. So I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't even, at this point, shit. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck. I said, you violated. I don't even think I would have been I think I still would have been mad, but I don't think I would have been as mad if I think the fact that I seen the friend and them come out of my daughter's bedroom, I think that was like kind of what took me over the edge. And the fact that you didn't even say hi to me when I walked in my door. Your first response was, what am I doing here? What? Y'all. So she's like, I don't have nowhere to go. So I'm like, I don't care. I told y'all, when I get to a point I'm done with something, anybody would tell you, if I tell you I'm done, mark my words. Okay, let me make it clear, because I'm always saying, oh, I'm done with you. I'm done. No. You want to know the difference between that, I am done. Then now, I'm done. Get out of here. Get out of my face. I'm done with you. You're going to know the difference. She knew the difference at that moment because she, like I said, we was friends. So she knew everything in me was saying, fuck you, hell to the no, bitch, kick rocks, go to the curb. I don't give a fuck where you go. That's how I felt. Did I say all that? Absolutely not. But I damn sure wanted to. And I knew she knew that I wanted to. But all I kept saying was, get the fuck out. I'm not fucking with you. I explained to her. I said, look, it was tissue. You didn't. Yes, I'm going back to the tissue. At the time, I was in my 20s, and y'all may call it petty. But to me, it wasn't. Because if it was so fucking petty, bitch, you could have got a tissue at the dollar store. Did they have dollar stores? Yeah, they had dollar stores. How old am I trying to say I am? Stop playing. I'm sorry. I just hit the button on a bit. So, you could have went. We had dollar stores. We had where we used to live. It was we had a little plaza. I mean, you probably had to. You could walk there, but we had a little plaza, and they had like stores in there. Bitch, you could have went to the corner store. We live in New York. You could have got one roll. Shit, it's only two of us. Well, three of us because my daughter. But I'm saying, how much tissue she using? She a baby. Well, she wasn't a baby, but she was going to the bathroom. But I'm just saying, that's the point. You could have went to the corner store. What they were like $1? I don't know. But bitch, you could have got some tissue. You could have got some too. Yes, I was on my pettiness. So I'm running off all this stuff. And I said, on top of all of this, I'm missing underclothes. She was like, I didn't take your underclothes. I'm like, you took my stuff. My stuff was here and now it's gone. I said, and the crazy part is, you didn't even take new shit. Like, what the fuck? Or who? It's time for you to go. I need you to go, and I need you to go now. I'm done. I'm done. I don't want to talk to you. Don't have nothing to say. I am finished. I don't even care what. I'm done. Yeah, as I didn't care. I didn't care. So after this happened, my mom and my sister were talking, and I'm telling them, I'm like, this bitch is fucking crazy. So she was like, oh, before that happened, before she actually physically left, she was like, excuse me, she said that she couldn't take all her stuff because she didn't have anywhere to go. I didn't care, but my sister said, okay, we'll get your stuff together and then you can call me and come back and get your stuff. I would have threw that shit in the garbage. Fuck it. Fuck you. I'm dead serious. I would, and I think they knew, my sister knew that. My sister was like, you know what, I'll just get everything together. So then I meet my sister, my mom, and I'm talking, yada, yada, yada. Okay, like, I want to say that maybe a couple days later, she called my sister and asked my sister to, can she come and get the stuff? Now, mind you, when I say it was a couple days, because it was a couple days in between that, I had no idea that shit was about to go down. I didn't know it was a storm brewing. I had no clue. I thought that was the end. We wasn't speaking no more. It is what it is. It was what it was. I thought it was finished. I'm being honest. It was a couple days. It was quiet to me. She told my sister she was going to call her. My sister didn't live there, but my sister was going to come to the house and get her stuff. It's a storm coming, y'all. I had no clue. When I tell you that storm was... So she called my sister and asked my sister could she come and get the stuff. And my sister was like, okay, that's fine. You can come and get your stuff, whatever, whatever. So we getting her stuff together. And I'm sitting on my bed and my sister was down there and she was like, what's her stuff? So I was like, that's her stuff all right there. And that's her stuff there. Now, mind you, the stuff was sitting there and I didn't even think nothing of it. When I kid you not, I said I didn't think nothing of it. I was just done with her at this point. I didn't even care anymore. Whenever she came and got her shit, she was going to come and get her shit and that was it. So she had some stuff that needed to go in a bag. So, and like I said, when she came, she had some bags. But, and I guess she had some stuff inside of a bag. My sister went to go put some stuff inside of one bag, and then she put some stuff in another bag. And I don't know what number bag it was or how many bags it was, to be honest. But I just remember my sister saying, oh, shit. I'm like, oh, shit, what the fuck is oh, shit? Like, I'm like, what happened? What happened? Y'all, why she really didn't have my underclothes? Why she really had my stuff? I was like, bitch, you dirty. You fucking dirty. You dirty bitch. Was life that hard for you? Bitch, you could have asked me shit. Shit, all I knew, you could have asked my mama. My mama would have got you some shit. That's who just my mama was. She would have got it for you. I'm like, this bitch. So now I'm really heated. Really heated. Mind you, it's been days and I told y'all the storm is brewing. So I'm like, I knew it. My sister's like, you want me to say, what the fuck I want? No, bitch, let her keep that shit. If she want to wear my worn underclothes, she want to wear that shit, let her nasty. I was so mad, y'all. And I kept saying I knew shit was missing. I knew shit. I know my stuff. Like, you really know your stuff. So, long story short, she come with her cousins and she comes to get her stuff. And I don't know if she asked if I was there, but I didn't know at the time. And my sister told her I wasn't there and she couldn't go. My sister, she was with somebody else, two other girls. So a few minutes later, my phone rings. And I'm looking at the number. I'm like, who's this? I'm like, hello? Oh, you thought the shit how she say it? You thought the shit something about putting her cousin the fuck out. I said, who the fuck is this? She tells me her name. I'm like, okay. Now, mind you, I plays no games. And I always had hand skills. But sometimes, you know when people don't play fair. And you know your limitations, right? So this group of cousins, I knew wouldn't definitely play fair. So she cursing me and I'm like, whatever, bitch, come see me. I am big on that. If you want to see me, come see me. It is what it is. So I hung up. She wanted to argue. She calling back and we going back and forth. We literally arguing on the phone, you guys. And at one point I was like, why am I even entertaining this? So I hung up. I said, if you want to know, y'all know where I live. So she was like, oh, we're going to come near now. I said, okay. Nobody ever came. So all that hypeness was for nothing, right? So I want to say maybe it was another couple days after this. Now, we got the first couple of days and then you got the next couple of days. And the argument happened in between the two set of couple of days. And then, like I told you, I had no clue all this was brewing up. Like, I didn't know a storm was coming my way when I tell you. So, I had to go, like I said, because at the time where I was living, it was where you go your grocery shopping and, you got the stores in the plaza. So, I'm at the store in the plaza. And I see her. I was going to say their names. And 3 of her cousins. So my first thing is like, okay, hold on. You are by yourself. And you know how these bitches get down. Not necessarily, not saying my friend, but you knew how her cousins get down. Like, they was just straight, when I say hood and ghetto, like, and they live that way. I'll say that. So, I say to myself, like, Melanie, you got 2 choices. Either you get your ass back in your car and go home and come back later, or you could just go ahead and face the wrath. Because my first thing was, I didn't want to get jumped. Fuck all the... I can fight you bitches one-on-one, but I can't fight all of y'all, and that's impossible. And I knew that. And I'm like, there's no way I'm going to go walking towards a group of girls I knew potentially, could jump me. And that's what it was. Yeah, they was going to jump me. Real talk. So I'm sitting here in my head trying to figure, like, what you going to do? What you going to do? Part of me is like, okay, you're not scared of them. No. You know you can take them. Yes. But you can't take them all. But if they see you turn around, they're going to think you're a punk and try you. I'm cool with you bitches trying me. But what I'm not cool with is getting jumped. Like, I'm not stupid. Like, I'm just not into that where I'm like, okay, I'm going to take on 4 girls that I know can scrap. They got hand skills for sure. We grew up together. They got hand skills. It's just me. How's that going to work? So Yeah, I'm telling y'all, this was all going through my head. It seemed like it was going slow motion, but it was happening fast. So I said, fuck it. I mean, I'm not running. I can't run. This is not who I am. If these bitches touch me, it's just gonna have to be on. I'm gonna have to get my. I'm gonna have to get my cousins. And I kept saying, no, Melanie, just go ahead and do what you gotta do. So I walk into the store, and right when I was getting ready to get to the store, they kind of like stood in like a line, like to block, like a whole line this way, and I was coming this way, and I'm like, what's that shit you was talking, yada yada yada. So I said in my most calmest voice, you guys, my heart pounding, and the first thing in my head is like, first you don't want them to hear that, because you know when you get scared, you get nervous, you get that throat, you get that frog in your throat. So I had to muster up and say to myself, like, okay, bitch, this is all or nothing. So I said in the calmest voice I possibly can, I looked all those bitches straight in the face. I said, let me explain something to you. I'm not here for this. And what we not going to do is y'all not going to question me. I did what I did. And that's the end of it. If she has a problem, I said her name, she can talk to me. I do not need you guys coming up to me and like we about to go to a straight war. No, we not gonna ready to do that. I'm sorry. Excuse me, y'all. I'm sorry. We not gonna do that. So, you can tell instantly it was about to be a fight. So I had to. I said, look. When I tell y'all I was scared, y'all, I am not gonna lie. I was scared because I'm saying to myself, if these and we on concrete, it's me. Nobody who gonna really run right down and try to stop that? Not this day and age, but I'm just saying back then they would have stopped it. But by the time anybody would have got over there to help me, I probably would have been beat the fuck up. Like I said, I took every ounce of me as calm as I could and finished this statement by simply saying to each one of them, by looking them in their face, saying, after I said, we ain't about to do this, and I said to her, if she has a problem with me, she can address me. I said, but I can guarantee you this. If you bitches jump me, I promise you my hand to God as I stand here on my daughter's life. I don't care how long it take, but I will catch you bitches one by one. I don't give a fuck if it's 10, 15 years. I don't care if it's 1 week, 2. I was just naming those years randomly. I swear to y'all, and I meant every word I said. And it actually worked. Woo! And it was almost a relief, but I mean, it didn't work that fast, but I'm just saying it actually worked because then I get the response of, we wasn't going to jump you. Yes, the fuck y'all was. I was around, don't forget, we were friends. I was around y'all a lot. Like, don't try to fucking play me like I don't know what the fuck y'all bitches be like to do. Like, I said that's so wrong. What y'all bitches like to do. Y'all. But I literally promised each one of them. I'm telling you, I promised each one of them and said, I won't. I don't care how long it takes. And I think they knew I meant, well, I knew I meant every word. I don't give a fuck. I see you bitches 30 years from there. Bitch, square up. Square up, because I'm still looking for it. I'm still looking for that fight. I don't really know if I would have held on to that long, but shit, at that time and at that moment, I thought I was, and I really meant it. Long after that, they said what they had to say. We didn't fight, and we wasn't friends. When I tell y'all we didn't speak for years. Years. When I tell you, to this day, we will speak, but it will never be the same. It will be, oh, hi, how you doing? Oh, long time no see. How's the family? Oh my God, that's so good. How's mom and hi, grandma? And it is, oh, okay, tell everybody I said hi. All right, see you later. And that's exactly what it would be. Other than that, we don't need to catch up on nothing. I'm not saying it like that because I'm over it a little. Nah, I'm over it, but yeah, y'all. To this day, we really do not rock with each other. I don't speak to everybody, but I give you a story with everybody. I give you a story with everybody. I tell you how we met. It's Man, listen. I'm just saying, sometimes it be your own friends that do some shit to you, make you say you ain't fucking. Cause I'll tell you this day, I will never. Nope. Can't deny one friend ever live with me again. Nope. That bitch scarred me for life. When I tell you she scarred me, that was a scar, y'all. And it was maybe because I was so young and I probably didn't understand a lot of it. And then, when you get older, you start looking at what happened. And if I can go back and to look at what happened, I seen a lot of red flags. But like I said, she was my friend and I didn't say anything. And I enjoyed our friendship. But sometimes when you got an issue with your friends, it's just, and I'm saying that actually taught me to always be honest with my friends. Not to be rude or disrespectful, but to be honest with my friends. Just let them know how I feel and what's going on, because it's so much easier than to go through some of the shit that we went through. But like I said, we was younger, so it molded me. It helped me through journeys. And it taught me some patience, because when I tell you I wanted to, but I kept saying she's my friend. And somewhere in my head, I just kept saying, like, as a friend, you can't do this to somebody. Like, really? But, you learn more to a story as, as time get old. I mean, as you get older and time go on. But if I look back at a lot of my friends that I had then, I don't like to say they was jealous, but like I said, one day I will tell y'all my story on my upbringing and why. Like, because she was one, like I said, I met in high school, but it was a group of them. And initially, I kid you not, guys, they all wanted to fight me. Just on hello. As a matter of fact, I don't even think I said hello at that time. Like, literally, I don't even think I said hello to anybody. I literally walked into a room and I'll give y'all that story. But yeah, so we are no longer friends. But no, I wish her the best. It's no ill feels. Her kids are growing up to be beautiful. I always tell her, like, yo, when I do see her on Facebook, I would say, like, like I said, it's no real life catching up moments, but her kids' birthdays, yes, definitely wishing them a happy birthday. Definitely, when I see, definitely making my little comments, because like I said, kids and what we went through has nothing and would never ever have anything to do with this. So yes, I do still will comment on her post, but no, I wouldn't say we're friends. I would say we're more associates at this point. Like, if I see you, I will say hello, but I won't be inviting you over, and I won't be saying let's go on vacation together, and I won't be saying let's go to the mall, let's hang out. No, I won't do that. So, but yeah, that was a friendship that I said RIP to. Had no choice at this point. But yeah, that's my story on I had to kick my friend out my house. That's some shit. Thank God I ain't had to have to kick another friend out, but But thanks guys for watching. Until next time, I'm out.